My name is Andy. How are you? Let's talk about the Etruscan language.
Mek Rasnal.
The Etruscan language was spoken in central Italy from about 8th century BC until the early centuries AD. It is generally agreed to belong to the Tyrrhenian language family, which also includes the Raetic and Lemnian languages. Earlier scholarship often treated Etruscan as a language isolate, although various alternative hypotheses were proposed. Most surviving texts are short inscriptions on tombs, pottery, mirrors, and religious objects, though a few longer texts, such as the Liber Linteus, have survived. Etruscan was written in an alphabet derived from a Greek script used in Italy, and the Etruscan alphabet strongly influenced the development of the Latin alphabet, through which it indirectly contributed to many modern writing systems. Scholars can read the script and understand parts of its grammar and vocabulary, but much of the language remains only partially understood due to the limited surviving evidence. As a Roman power expanded, Latin gradually replaced Etruscan, leading to its extinction by the 1st century AD, although some Etruscan words and religious terms continued to be used in Roman culture. The history of Etruscans spans several centuries before the rise of Rome and represents one of the most significant chapters in ancient Italian civilization. Emerging from the Villanovan culture during the early Iron Age, around the 8th century BC, the Etruscans developed a network of prosperous city-states across Etruria, a region corresponding largely to modern Tuscany, northern Lazio, and parts of Umbria. These cities, including Tarquinia or Tarquina, Veio or Way or Weia, Cerveteri or Kaisra or Kisra, Vulci or Welk, and Clusium or Cleusin, were linked through trade, religion, and political alliances rather than forming a unified state. Between the 7th and 5th centuries BC, Etruscan civilization reached its peak, benefiting from extensive trade with Greeks, Phoenicians, and other Mediterranean peoples. Etruscan merchants exported metal products, wine, and agricultural goods while importing luxury items and artistic influences. The civilization gradually declined due to military defeats, internal political changes, Celtic incursions in northern Italy, and the territorial expansion of the Roman Republic. By the late 1st century BC, Etruria had been fully absorbed into the Roman world, although many Etruscan traditions continued to influence Roman society. The Etruscan people inhabited central Italy and formed a distinctive ethnic and cultural community known to the Greeks as the Tyrrhenians, and to the Romans as Etrusci or Tusci. Their origins were debated even in antiquity. The Greek historian Herodotus proposed that they migrated from Lydia in western Anatolia, while Dionysius of Halicarnassus argued that they were indigenous to Italy. Modern archaeological evidence generally supports the view that Etruscan civilization developed locally from earlier Italic populations, although cultural contacts with Eastern Mediterranean societies were important in shaping their development. Etruscan society was organized around independent city-states governed by aristocratic elites who controlled political, religious, and economic life. Wealthy families displayed their status through monumental tombs, luxury goods, and public ceremonies. Women appear to have held a comparatively prominent social position, as evidenced by inscriptions, artistic depictions, and the inclusion of female names in public and funerary contexts. The population included farmers, artisans, merchants, sailors, priests, and laborers, creating a complex and highly stratified society. Etruscan culture was one of the most advanced and influential cultures of pre-Roman Italy, combining local traditions with ideas borrowed from the wider Mediterranean world. Religion occupied a central place in Etruscan life, and priests specialized in divination, particularly the interpretation of lightning, celestial phenomena, and the examination of animal livers, practices collectively known as Etrusca disciplina. The Etruscans believed that the gods communicated their will through signs that could be interpreted by trained religious experts. Their art is renowned for its realism, vibrant colors, and depictions of daily life, especially in the painted tombs of Tarquinia. Etruscan craftsmen produced high-quality bronze sculptures, jewelry, pottery, and metalwork that were traded throughout the Mediterranean. Architecturally, they developed temples, urban planning systems, roads, drainage works, and engineering techniques that later influenced Roman construction. Social activities such as banquets, athletic competitions, music, dancing, and religious festivals played an important role in community life. Through their contributions to religion, architecture, engineering, political institutions, and artistic traditions, the Etruscans exerted a profound influence on the developments of Roman civilization and, consequently, on the cultural heritage of Europe. In the next part, let's listen to the beautiful sounds of their language. Numbers.
Tu, tal, ki, sha, hut, mak, hut, sha, semp, ketp, nurp, shar.
Vocabulary.
Apa, apana, papa, papact, ati, atiu, teta, atinakna, pui, puia, tu sortir, clan, papals, sak, sak, prua, nefch, nefsh, nefish, prumat, prumach, prumat, prumt, nene, snenat, hus, husjur, paua, thalita, lautun, lauten, lautni, lautnita, lautnita, etera, eteri, aisar, rassanna, rasna, mek rasnal, pes, tuul, tullar, tullaru, tullarasnal, tullarsporal, waakr, tuuti, tuutiu, tuuti, tuuti, tuutin, tuutina, mek, mek, metlum, spur, spur, spurani, spurana, truna, lukair, laukum, laukumna, tenwe, tenine, tenu, tentas, til, tilak, tilk, tilak, tilat, kamti, kekase, parnik, makstreve, maru, marunu, marnju, marunuk, marukva, purt, purtne, tammera, tin, tesan, uslane, piur, piur, tiu, awil, bril, welkitna, kapre, ampile, akale, hermi, keli, kosver, masan, masan, anta, ara, arim, kappu, fallatu, hiuls, leo, neri, pulumqua, tamna, teuru, tisch, tiu, ti, usil, wers, aska, aska elewana, kappe, kapi, kapra, kletram, kulikna, kupe, lektum, lektumutsa, patna, pruk, prukhum, quotun, quotum, quotumutsa, tafna, tina, tina.
Sample text.
Itatnia, ikak hermasua, watia kionia lastres, temia samektuta. Tefariai veljanas, salcluenias turuke, munistas tuas tamerescaillaque tullerese. Nakjawil kurvar, tesham itale ilaque alshase. Nakkatranes tillakal, selleitale aknashwers. Itanim hermue, awilenjaka pulumqua. Naktefariai veljunas, tamuke clewaetunal maasantiur. Unia shellake, wakaltmial awil qual ammuke pulumquasmiap.